Hello, welcome to Lunchtime with Liz. I wanted to share something a little different with you today. I want to show you how this Stampin' Up! Catalog can be an awesome resource. Yes, all the products are in here, and you can see the products, you can see the item numbers and the prices, but it's a great resource for getting ideas. I know sometimes we look at something and say, well, I don't have that cardstock and I don't have that color, so all right, let's go to something else. And then, well, I don't have that. Well, I really like this, but I don't have this. So I'm going to just show you how you just take what you see in here, step outside the box a little bit, and use some of the products that you have to create something similar. It doesn't have to be exactly the same, but something similar. Excuse me. So this is the card that I'll be basing my project off of today. It is the stamp set Back on Your Feet, and it is page 85. Page 85 in the annual catalog. Okay, so let's set that aside. I'm using a crumb cake base. So it's an 8.5 by 11, cut in half. And then I have a crumb cake piece of cardstock that is 3 by 5. I have a basic white piece of cardstock that is 2 by 3.5. And then just a scrap piece of Calypso Coral. Okay. So what I did first is I took the animal print embossing folder. If it's one you don't have, try something else. What else do you have? And if it's something you really want, of course, add that to your wish list for next time. But if it's something you don't have, check out your other embossing folder. Something else might work for this. But I ran this through the animal prints embossing folder. So if you see that, works out well for that. Okay. For the greeting, this is an awesome one. I have shared this before. This is from the Messages Dies, and it looks like this. You can take one large piece. If you're going to do neutral pieces, you can take like a white piece of cardstock or a vanilla piece of cardstock, put it underneath, cut out all of these pieces at one time, put them in a little Ziploc baggie, and then you have them to add them to your cards. What I'm doing today is a little bit different. I wanted Calypso Coral. So I have Calypso Coral. I just cut a small little piece here, and I want this one. So I just laid it underneath there and ran it through the cut and emboss machine, and then ended up with this piece here. Okay. If you do not have this, yes, it's awesome to have, and you can add that to your wish list, but maybe you have another labels die that you could use, something similar. All right, so I'm going to set that aside. And let's go ahead and stamp the giraffe. It is a rubber mounted stamp, so I'm going to use Stays On Black ink. A reminder to you with the Stays On ink, there is a little plastic cover inside. Leave that in there. What I did with mine is I put a little dimensional dot on the top side of that plastic cover and put it in there. That way it sticks inside there and doesn't pop out all the time. But that just helps keep your ink pad wet. And you can just turn over, you can see it's shiny, so you can tell where you got ink and where you didn't. So I'm going to go ahead and put this giraffe right down here and press down, straight up, no rocking. Straight back up. There's my giraffe. Close that up, and then I just use my regular cleaner and just clean it right away. Sorry, I know I'm shaking the table a little bit. I just want to clean that right away since that Stays On ink. All right. So then what I'm going to be using is a blender pen. They come 3 in a pack. Okay, I'm just going to give this just a second to dry. What you can do too, flip it over, press it on your scratch paper, and the excess ink comes off on your paper. Okay. All right. I'm using crumb cake for the bottom for a little bit of shading. What I'm going to do is, you can do multiple ways. You can, I like to do this though. Press your ink pad and you can get ink right from the lid. You can take the ink right from here too, and I will probably do that for coloring in the giraffe, but I want this bottom part to be a little shaded, so I want it muted a little bit. So I'm just going to take ink from the top here. And just very, very lightly. I don't want it real super dark, but I'm just adding in some shading. So just lightly, I'm not even going to re-ink anything. Let it get lighter the further you go out from the giraffe. So it's real dark kind of under the giraffe, and it's going to get lighter as I go. Okay, so that's it. That's all. Close that up. I'm going to just get rid of the crumb cake color on here. And I'm just going to use some fun colors. So now if you go back to the sample, it looks like they've got like granny apple green and let's see, maybe shaded spruces going on in there. I'm not going to do that. You think, okay, I don't have that color. I don't have that one color. I'm going to just pick something else. It's just fun. Clearly that giraffe is not colored in the catalog the color that a giraffe really comes. So let's just have fun with it. So I found two colors that go well together. I got Coastal Cabana and Bermuda Bay. That's what I'm going to use. Okay, again, I don't want any of that crumb cake in there. So I'm just going to pick up ink right from here. And my giraffe is going to be Coastal Cabana. And I'm just going to use the ink pad as my, paint. And let's go around this whole giraffe who looks like he's in sad shape, right? His neck is all twisted up. So this is a good card for your friend who's not feeling well, having a tough time. Maybe I'll send this to my dad. My dad just said yesterday, I'm just so stuffy, I don't feel well. And I said, sometimes that's it, Dad. Sometimes we're just sick. We just don't feel well. So maybe he'll get a giraffe card. Okay, so you'll notice that didn't really take too long, right? That's it. Okay. And then let's go over to the Bermuda Bay. Watch how it's going to pop. Okay, Bermuda Bay is going to be the little dots on him. He is just getting cuter and cuter as we move along here. Thank you again for the comments that I've been getting from some of you. I appreciate it. As always, if there's some kind of technique or a stamp set that you'd like to see in a video, shoot me a message. I will see what I can do about that. If you like what you're seeing, hit the share button. I would love that too. You can share it through an email. You can share it on Facebook. You can share it just in a private message with a friend. If you just hit the share button, it will show you all the different options. Okay. I think I got them all. All right, look at him. How cute is he? All right. Okay, now let's go ahead and assemble. Oh, you know what? Let's stamp this. I'm going to stamp our sentiment first. Here's a little piece here. I'm going to take the Stays On ink, and I'm stamping the sentiment is, hope things get better soon. Because that giraffe needs a little help, right? All right, I'm going to move this down here. I need to be able to see right on top of it to get it straight. I know I'm off the camera at the moment. All right, there we go. Okay, let's go ahead and assemble. Put these aside for the moment. I'm going to take this piece that I did with the animal print. We're just going to put some adhesive on the back. You can put it straight up and down. I'm going to do mine a little bit on a slant. A little bit slanted here. And just notice how you think, like, why would you put a crumb cake piece on top of a crumb cake piece? But just adding that texture, the animal prints, it's just kind of a subtle difference because the color is the same, but the texture is not. Okay, so we'll put that on there. And then we're going to take our giraffe. And we can put the giraffe on straight, or you can do him crooked. But since I did this piece crooked, I'm going to put him on straight. And he's already twisted up, right? So let's give him a break. All right, and then I'm going to use dimensionals, of course, for the back of our words. You flip that over. We'll put our hope things get better soon right there. And there we go, guys. That's it. All right. So I took the card from the catalog, the idea from the catalog, changed up the colors. This has Granny Apple Green, and I'm going to say Shaded Spruce, maybe. Oh, actually, probably just Jade. Maybe Granny Apple Green and just Jade. Excuse me. And then I switched it up, and I did the colors of Coastal Cabana and Bermuda Bay. And this piece here isn't the same color either, this cardstock. So anyway, there you go. Hope that gives you an idea. So flip through the catalog. Hopefully you'll see things through new eyes and try it out with products that you have. And of course, if there's a product that you really, really want, you know where I am. So talk with you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.